Okay, so today the two biggest downsides to trimming your dreadlocks, in my opinion. If you've noticed, or I guess if you've been watching my videos lately, you'll have seen the video where I did it. I've trimmed my dreadlocks. Look how much shorter they are now. In fact, they're even shorter than the previous video. Look, they actually fit in the frame. That, I guess, is another downside to trimming your dreadlocks, which I hadn't thought about, is it's easy to get carried away, but I'm good now. Put the scissors away. So, I'm going to talk about two downsides that I've come across, not just in trimming them this time, but just trimming them in general. The first off is a practicality thing, one that I tried to avoid from my previous experience because I knew that this could happen, but of course I fell into that trap. If you trim them too short, you struggle to tie them back properly. I mean, I have to carry a headband around with me all the time now because I made the stupid mistake of I have two on my neck that I use to tie back the dreads, and they're no longer long enough to do like a double knot, so that was a mistake. Note to self, if you're going to trim your dreadlocks, make sure that the two that you use to tie back your dreads, if you do that, keep those at an appropriate length. In a more extreme case, if you trim some, especially around the front, like really short, then they can be too short to just tie back in general, and they just kind of fall out of a ponytail, and that's so annoying because you just want to tie them back and get them out of your face and get on with your day, and like they keep falling down, and like, well, this wouldn't happen if you kept them long. Sure, they'd be impractical and they'd have to be tied back all the time, but at least when they were tied back, they'd stay in place. This brings me on to annoyance number two, which, yeah, this is a real annoyance, and I find it, I don't know why. It's that once you've trimmed your dreadlocks, the question, how old are your dreadlocks, gets really annoying because it's not a simple answer anymore. People ask me about my hair. You might imagine if you're watching this video, but obviously a common question is how long have you had them, or how old are they? And once you've trimmed them, it's not a simple answer. You can't just say, oh, I've had them X number of years. I've had dreadlocks for nearly 10 years now, but they're not 10 years long, if you get what I mean. So if someone asks you how old are they, you have to then go through this thing where like, well, I've had them a certain amount of time, but then I trimmed them, and then I trimmed them again, so I don't really know how old this length is. It's kind of a trivial annoyance, I know, it's a first world problem, but it is something to bear in mind that every time you're going to get asked how old they are in the future, you're going to have to be like, well, and then they're going to regret asking you. So those were some of my insights from shorter dreads. If you're considering shorter dreads, or you have shorter dreads, you might find that interesting. If you found the video helpful, useful, informative, do consider leaving a like. If you'd like to see me talk about anything else specific in the future, just leave me a comment. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you again next time. Farewell. My tripod is a tree. Do you know how much I trust this tree? Look. Yes, I really shouldn't be shaking the tree, because that's just a serious gamble I'm making there.